I'm getting ready to go on a 3-day, 3-night backpacking trip to Royale, doing the Feldtmann loop. And I kind of have all my stuff laid out, so I figured I'd just go through the things that I'm taking. And hopefully you guys will comment and tell me if I'm missing anything, or if you have better substitutes or whatever. So we'll get started. The pack I'm using is Z-Pack's Arc Haul 70. I really like it so far, but this will be its first trip. So I'll get a lot more time with it here coming up. Got trowel. A lot of people complain about these, the Deuce 2, saying it's too sharp, and they're probably right. That's why I put Kydex over it. Pull the Kydex there, and now I can really push it down if I have to. Let's see what else is on this. I put a little I1R2 Pro, and just got some gum in this hip pocket. In this hip pocket, I have a Right in the Rain, so I can keep track. I like to take a log every night while I'm sitting around the fire. I got a Bic pen in there too. But it's nice. It kind of helps me remember. I can go back and read about the day and things, and it just helps me remember the things that I forgot, you know. So we'll start with I got a UGQ down quilt. It's a 20 degree, and I have tried this out and slept in it. It's supposed to get down what they're predicting into like the mid 50s at night. So I think I'll be in good shape with this. My tent is a Durston X-Mid Pro 1 full Dyneema single wall tent. I have it in a Hilltop Packs Dyneema bag. And I also have my stakes in a pretty cool bag from Hilltop Pack. So this tent is a trekking pole tent. So it doesn't have any regular poles. I'm just going to put trekking poles in to hold it up. But because of that, you need quite a few stakes. So I have 8 of these little carbon fiber stakes. And then I have 4 of these large MSRs, aluminum. These are going to go as the 4 corners of the tent, the base of the tent. That's where you really have a lot of tension. Then the other ones are all going to be tie outs, and there is quite a few tie outs on this tent. I don't know if I'll need them all. We're going to find out. There's a lot of new equipment getting tried out on this trip, so we're going to see how that all works out for me. I have some tie out string in here that's reflective if I'm walking around at night. So what's nice is the tent with all the stakes, the bags and everything is super light. I'll show you. So with everything, 27.5 ounces for the tent, all the stakes, and cordage to put it together. 27.5 ounces. Pretty excited about that. It'll be my first time with this. I've been using a regular 2-person tent with poles and everything, and that works, but this is a whole lot lighter. Of course, gotta have some TP. It's my chair. is an REI FlexLight Air. I like this. It's very light. It's not that expensive. They're actually on sale right now. The only problem is with this style of chair, these legs can dig in. I made a video on this before, but I made some supports. It's just the lightest weight Kydex, 60 thou. And you just put this one on each side, and the chair legs sit on this. And if you're on soft soil, it doesn't sink in. They're easy to pack, and they're durable as hell, so that should be very nice. I don't know what the campsites are going to be where I'm going to stay. Maybe there'll be soft soil. If so, I'll be set for that. I have an REI Puffy. Honestly, it's I like it. It's warm enough. It's not the warmest Puffy out there, and it is one that if you look through the stitching, you know, you can see holes. I know that there's a lot of Puffies out there that are more expensive and better than this, but it's gonna be mid-60s during the day and mid-50s at night. I've got that warm quilt. I think this is gonna be great plenty. I'm wearing some Duluth underwear. I'm bringing one spare pair, so I'll just swap back and forth each day. But synthetic, not cotton. That's pretty important. Got my wide brim hat. Gotta protect yourself from the sun. This one will crunch right down to nothing if I don't want to wear it. An inflatable pillow. Outdoor products. I've been using this for quite a while. Works fine. It's not the lightest. I may swap it out for something lighter in the future. I'm gonna bring, if it gets really warm or something, I have a smart wool t-shirt. What I'm really figuring is once I get back to Wendigo, where they have showers, I'll probably take a shower, and then I can change into this shirt. I have to carry the shirt the whole time, but it'd be nice to change into something that isn't dirty. The shirt I'm gonna be wearing all the time is one that I just wore when I went to Royale with my wife, and that's my Kuyu sun hoodie. It worked out really good while I was up there with my wife, and the fabric is perforated and it's nice and light, so it protects you from the sun. I didn't really use the hood that much, but we'll see how it goes on this trip. But I really like it. It's quality. The pants that I'm going to be wearing are these Columbia, just real lightweight water repellent pant. They do zip off into shorts. Don't know if I'll be doing that. I have in the past though. It's been nice. And I have a real flat belt with a real flat belt buckle. That's pretty important too, because your pack's gonna be pushing on that. These are really comfortable. And these have been on quite a few trips and they still look good. My socks are gonna be Darn Toughs. So this is my spare set. I put one set on the morning before I leave. Darn Tough is great. These have held up tremendously well and very comfortable. And I have a wool buff. If you don't know what a buff is, it's just a tube of light wool material that's kind of like a little multi-tool, honestly. You can put it on your head, like at night. I don't have any hair, so at night, my head's laying there in the tent. It could get cold, so I could put this buff on and keep my head warm. And when I get up in the morning and I want to make some hot cocoa or boil some water, I can put it around my hand and get my cup off the stove. And lots and lots of other uses for this too. These things are fantastic. My sleeping pad. I'm going with a Big Agnes Divide. Now I have been using in the past a 20-inch wide by 72. I chose for this trip to prioritize sleep a little bit more over weight. So this weighs 6 or 7 ounces more than the 20. This is a 25 by 72. With the 20, I find that my arms fall down off the side, and if I lay flat, my arms and everything want to hang off the pad, and I don't like that. So we're gonna try this 25 out. I've already slept on it once, and it's that extra 5 inches really, truly makes a big difference. This is just a very inexpensive Amazon backpack. Just real light, tiny, but this bag is attached to it and you just stuff it inside when you're done. There's not really any structure to it or anything, but we used it a couple times. Like when I do get back and set up my tent in Wendigo's campground, I'm gonna wanna walk on up to the shower where I can bring all my stuff just in this little backpack and carry it easier. Or if I wanna set up camp somewhere and then go record somewhere, film, because I'm gonna film this whole trip, I could take this little backpack out, put it on, and carry water and knife or whatever kind of things I need, a spare battery. I can carry it all in this little backpack. It's worth its weight. This is an Ursack Major. Isle Royale has just begun to require bear-proof containers, and there's no bears on Isle Royale, but the wolves are beginning to become more, or say less afraid to come into camp and steal your stuff. So I bought this Ursack. The Majors, I've got 3 days of breakfast and dinner freeze-dried meals, and then 3 meal replacement bars and 3 goos for lunch, plus a bag of brownie bites. And there's still room left in here. So easily I could do 4 or 5 days with just the regular Ursack Major. It's not light. I'm not real super happy that I have to go to this. If they weren't requiring this, I would not be carrying the Ursack. I have this Hilltop Packs Dyneema bag that weighs nothing, and this is what I really like to carry, but they require the Ursack. I'm going to take the Ursack. I'm going to bring smart water bottles. These are from Costco, same thing. This is what I'm going to use because these bottles are super light. I was carrying Nalgene, but when you see the difference in the Nalgene, the weight alone is huge compared to, they take the same amount. But one nice thing about these two over the Nalgene is the diameter is way smaller. So when you have these tight pockets on the sides of your backpack, these smart water bottles go in and out way easier. I have a Sawyer squeeze and 2 Knock bags. I'm only going to be out there for 3 days, so I'm not going to take the backwash syringe. I don't think I'll need it. I probably don't even need the second Knock bag, but if I can't filter water, that's going to be a big problem, so I'm going to take it. I just got this little towel. It's just a camp towel. It's 12 by 24. Super absorbent, nice and light. Has a little lanyard on the corner, so I'm going to probably just clip it to the outside of my pack and just let it air dry. The reason I got this was because of the single wall tent. When you have a double wall tent, you don't get a lot of condensation in there because usually the inner part is all just mesh. But from what I'm hearing, the Dyneema tents do get condensation inside of them, and it's nice to have a towel to kind of dry that out a little bit before you pack it in. So that's what I bought. We're gonna try it out and see how it works on this trip. Once I get to camp, I'm gonna want to take my hiking shoes off. And so I looked around, and I was carrying Crocs, but surprisingly, Crocs are fairly heavy. So I went and I got some of the, I still got the tag on them, these Zero shoes. I'm not in favor of sandals very much. I don't care for them. I don't like them. But these are very adjustable, both front and back. And they're light. They have good tread. So if I come up to a water crossing, I can put these on and I'll still have good tread. Then I can carry my shoes and socks and not have to get that all wet. I don't want wet shoes. Gotta remember to cut that tag off. So, oops, fumbling with it here. These are probably going to be dirty and everything from walking around camp. So once again, my friends at Hilltop Pack, I'm not affiliated with them at all. It's just I really like their stuff. My friends at Hilltop Packs made me a little Dyneema. They sell these all the time. They didn't make it just for me, but I have a little Dyneema bag that I can put these in, and then I can roll it like a dry bag, so that if I do want to store these inside my pack, then I can, and it's not going to get anything all over my gear. In the past, with my Crocs, I would have them hanging on the outside of the pack, and they'd swing and all kinds of stuff. I don't want to do that anymore. It kind of sucks. I'm going to be using these Merrell. I forgot if these are called the Speed. I did a review. I have a video on these where I go into the details of them. They are super comfortable. They're nice and light. I love these things. I only wear them on trail, so they've only been out a couple times, but we're gonna put some good miles on them here next weekend for sure. Vibram soles, they're fantastic. Love them. Let's see, this is my med kit. I have a couple of tubes, ibuprofen and Tylenol. I have some tape for blisters, a couple of little Band-Aids, some antibiotic if I need it. One of the biggest things though that could make or break your trip if you need it is this little guy right here. Body Glide. This stuff is great. It comes out kind of like a white deodorant, but it's just really super slippery. So if you have any chafing issues, you know, it could be your foot, it could be around your waist where your pack's riding, or your butt crack, whatever, you can take care of that by just applying this Body Glide, and it really is a big deal. Believe me, that truly is a big deal to have. So I'm gonna bring the GoPro. I can't show you the GoPro because I'm filming on it right now. But I have a case. Probably gonna put the GoPro in this case to get it up to the motel the night before and everything, and then I'll leave the case in my car. There's no reason to carry this. I'm gonna be using the GoPro. I have a chest rig, so I imagine a good deal of my footage will be taken from this while I hike and do stuff. I have a super lightweight bag with a selfie stick, a really super light tripod, and then just a couple of extra bits if something breaks. This is the light part of the kit for the camera. The heavy part is the batteries and stuff. I honestly don't know how much I'm going to film. I want to get the whole thing, so I don't want to run out of battery. So I have 2 of the 10,000 milliamp hour night cores. This is the newest one, the Gen 3. Then I have a Gen 1 in here that's still really good. And I also have that new 5,000. Just a little lightweight fella. Who knows? I probably will not need to use all of these. But as long as I'm committing to the camera, I'm just gonna fully commit. And so I have the battery that's in the camera, and then I have 2 more GoPro batteries all fully charged. I have the attachment on the side of the battery case on that GoPro, so I can just clip right to it as I walk if the battery starts getting low. I have an adapter here that I can plug the battery in, and it'll charge the camera as I go. And then of course various cords for charging the headlight or my phone. I have an adapter to charge my Garmin watch because I got this Phoenix 8 pretty much for this trip. And I got to try it out a couple weeks ago and it works pretty good. I would say don't rely on your watch as your only source of navigation. I also put Onyx on my phone. And I had paid for the first level of the subscription so I can download the maps, because once I'm on the island, I'm not going to have any cell signal. There's not going to be any Wi-Fi. So now the maps are actually downloaded into my phone, so I can navigate with my phone and with the maps on my watch. A head net, you may not need it, but when there are a lot of flies and mosquitoes, this thing is fantastic. I'll never hike without it. This is my Garmin InReach, just in case something happens. I am going alone. I'm sure there'll be other people around, but I can check in, send check-in messages, and text from my phone through this unit and tell my wife or and other people, hey, everything's going fine, this is what I'm doing. And then I do have the option for SOS if need be. Hopefully that won't be the case. I got a little container of Mio. Usually because I'm carrying 2 bottles of water, I'll put Mio in one so that it tastes good. You know, sometimes the filtered water isn't the best, but the Mio Energy helps me drink more water, really. And then the other one I keep clear. I don't put anything in the other one so I can cook with it. Nightcore NU25. Been on a lot of hikes. Super light. Plenty bright enough to do anything you'd need. I choose to go with microcord for cordage, and I'm going a little bit, well, not a little bit, I'm going quite a bit heavier on my cordage than what I normally do because of having a trekking pole tent that I'm going to be staking out a lot. I'm going to want to make sure that I have enough guy wires, and then if there are trees available or something and I want to hang my earth sack and food up out of the way of animals, I'll have all the cord I need. And there's no need to take paracord. This stuff is really strong. It's surprising. I'm not gonna pull cars out of ditches, but oh, that's not a problem. This stuff will work really good. We use it for clotheslines, all sorts of stuff. Here's my cooking kit. Toaks titanium. I have a little ferro rod just in case. Haven't had to use it yet. Hopefully I don't have to, but I gotta have fire. In here, I have a mini Bic, still with plenty of gas. Been on a lot of trips, but I only use it to light the stove, and it's MSR Pocket Rocket. You can go lighter weight than these. There are titanium stoves that are lighter weight than the Pocket Rocket, but the Pocket Rocket is a proven quality, long-lasting stove. And if I'm out, I don't care how much it weighs, how light it is, if it breaks and doesn't work and I can't boil water, well, my goose is cooked. You know, I don't want that. My knife of choice for backpacking is a Spyderco Dragonfly. This particular one is a Zome handle, and it comes normally with an VG10 blade, which is great, no problem. For this style knife, no problem. But I bought a second one that was a sprint run, an S30V, and I swapped. So now I have the lock bar and blade from the S30V in a Zome handle, and I love it. I got a little roll of tenacious tape, just in case I need to repair something. A titanium spoon. Just kind of a toiletries kit. I got a little sunscreen, some Picardin insect repellent, my little toothbrush, toothpaste, and hand sanitizer. And let's see what else. I'm going to take 2 large and 2 small Ziploc bags. I want one of the small ones for sure to put the batteries and stuff into. I don't want that all getting wet, so I'll probably be storing those in one of the small ones, and one of the large ones for sure will be a trash bag. So that leaves me with 1 small and 1 large. If it does rain or storm, I can put my phone in the small one to protect it. Here's just a big trash bag to line the pack. That Dyneema pack is already waterproof, but you never know. Maybe you get a leak and then my down quilt is all wet and I'm trying to go to sleep. No, I'm gonna put that stuff inside of a trash bag. And then I bought a piece of Tyvek. So my Durston tent does have vestibules. So I think I'm going to, instead of hanging my pack on a tree, I'm gonna put my pack, other than the food, I'll probably try to hang the food or something, but I'll probably put the pack right beside me in the vestibule. And so I got a piece of Tyvek and I run it through the dryer a few times, and I trimmed it down so that it's just a little bit bigger than my backpack. So I can lay this down on the ground then and lay my pack on it without getting it all gooped up if it's muddy or something. This Tyvek doesn't weigh jack squat, and it's super tough. It'll be fine. There is a Dyneema vestibule ground sheet. Garage Grown Gear has it, but they're all sold out. It comes in 3 colors and all of them are gone. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. Hopefully I will be able to see when those come back in stock and pick one of those up, and then I can use the Tyvek. I'm gonna let somebody else use it, or I'll use it in the future. So the backpack is great. We're gonna find out how good here pretty soon. The only thing is, when you go to super light backpacks like that, you do lose some features. You don't get everything. So what it doesn't have that I miss is one of the brains on the top. So all of this stuff, a lot of this anyway, I would always put in the brain because I wanted to be able to get to it easier. So since I don't have that, I bought a Dyneema bag from Hilltop again. And this is, I think of it as my brain bag. So all of the things that I'm gonna need that I would normally put in the brain are just gonna go right in this brain bag. And then the brain bag will be right on top. They don't have to worry about finding this stuff. It's all right there in a bag, and it is Dyneema waterproof. Now, this isn't a dry bag style closure, but if this gets dripped on or sets on against something that's wet, it won't, nothing inside will get wet. So that's pretty much it. What do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts on my loadout. We'll probably talk about it more when I get back, because I'm going to film the whole trip, and like I said, there's some new stuff that I'm going to be trying out here, so I'm eager to see how it works. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I appreciate you watching. You guys take care. Bye.